Welcome back to the show. We're here still at the ICRS 2013 in St. Louis, and I've been enjoying St. Louis. If you've been on Facebook, you've seen some pictures of the Busch Stadium. My hamburger ate the other day. It was really good. We have Mr. Jim Dotson. Very nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you too, David.
Jim, we welcome you to the show. Ask you just to tell us just a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are.
Great. As David said, my name is Jim Dotson. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. And father of 4 children. I'm married to Ann for 26 years, almost
Awesome.
27 years.
Awesome. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And I've just written my first book called Taking on Goliath.
Amen. And before you talk about this, what made you put this book together?
Oh, it's the journey that I've lived over the last about 8 to 10 years. And it was actually started as my prayer journal.
Okay.
And as I lived it, had several people say, you need to capture that in a book form and share it with others. So
Amen.
That's what I've done.
Amen. So, and how long did it take you to put it together?
The process of it actually is my journal from the last 10 years, but the last 3 years have been working on putting it in a book format.
Amen. And what should readers expect when they see this Taking on Goliath, the collision of personal and corporate values? You're many years in the corporate world.
Absolutely.
Tell us about your corporate experience.
Sure. So 20 years with Pfizer Pharmaceutical Company and GlaxoSmithKline. I grew up as a preacher's kid and was determined that I was not going to be like my dad. I was going to make a lot of money. And I was going to be generous with it and give a lot to nonprofits and to the church. And I did that for a number of years, but God did not have my heart. I was giving out of my excess money, and God wanted to get my attention.
Yes.
He wanted me to realize that that I had something more valuable to give, and that was my heart. And so He did that through after September 11th of 2001. I was rapidly ascending the corporate ladder, and at that time, we were living in Washington, D.C., near the Pentagon, working for Pfizer Pharmaceuticals in New York City. And so that hit close to home. And at that point, I said, let me slow down, stop, get off the corporate treadmill, and get control of my life. So we proceeded to make some adjustments, and people at my level in the corporation don't make those adjustments, balancing family and work. And so God led us to adopt our 4th child from Russia, and 10 days after returning from Russia, I was fired for trading Pfizer drug samples for our adopted daughter.
Really?
I was.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was crazy, and it was not the truth. I knew it, and so did the company. But that then precipitated a 6-year journey through the U.S. Court system to the U.S. Supreme Court, with my taking the truth and standing against the corporate giant. And that's what the book entails, that journey.
Wow, that's amazing. And so it was 6 years?
6 years.
Wow. And
from the first, 6 years from the date of termination to the Supreme Court.
And what kind of family values, personal values did you address while you were there?
Sure. The main personal values were just really realizing that my children didn't need more stuff. They needed more of Dad. Yeah. And I needed to have my head in the game. And so I started saying no to the company in regards to weekends away and doing extra things that weren't necessary.
Oh, wow. And so when was this one released?
This will be released September 1st of this year.
Okay, September 1st.
Yes.
A reason for that, or just that's...
That is just when it's going to be available. So it's just the process, takes some time.
Oh,
and,
awesome.
So we're excited to be here at the event this week and making the advanced reader available to folks and just getting the word out.
Oh, awesome. Now tell the reader what should they expect. They finished reading your book. They've read it. It's on their nightstand. It's at their office. What do you want them to get when they get this? When they finish reading your book?
I want them to stop and consider whether or not their life is having the impact that they intend for it to have. Because my life wasn't. And I feel very fortunate that God stopped me dead in my tracks and helped me realign my priorities according to what He had called me to do.
Now, during the time that you were September when you're trying to figure out, are you happy? Before that, was your heart tugging? Was there something in you that you say, I'm not satisfied? Hey, I got all this cash. I'm blessing. I'm taking care of things. I have a good family. We have good things. Did it not ever feel like you weren't there?
David, I didn't slow down enough to realize that things weren't right. And it really did take September 11th for me to step back and consider, does my life tell the story I want it to tell?
Wow. And so is that something that you want to get across with this as well?
Absolutely, yes.
You want to let them know that, hey, you need to not only know that Goliath is out there, but you got to fight it. Where'd you find the strength to fight Goliath?
Really through the Lord and a community of what I call trusted truth tellers surrounding me, kind of walking with my family as we went through this journey. I mean, it took, we lost a lot. We lost a lot material possessions. We lost our home. I could not maintain a corporate job during this time that I was fighting up to the Supreme Court.
Wow.
And so
a lot of personal struggle.
Lots of personal challenge, and a lot of times when we follow the Lord, it's not always a bed of roses.
It's not the popular choice either.
It's not the popular choice.
Everybody's probably telling you, throw in the towel, just let them run their process, go get a job, take care of your family.
Exactly.
I'm sure you heard that from your family.
Sure. And I heard it, and from the beginning, Pfizer offered me tens of thousands of dollars in a separation agreement to be quiet and take this money, don't file suit against us, and don't talk about the reason you were terminated. Mm-hmm. And I signed that agreement up front because I had a family to care for, and I felt like I had no choice, but I had 8 days to renege. And on the 8th day, I reneged, realizing that
you set up a big old barnstorm there. Barnstorm there. Like, what? What do you mean you renege?
Well, I realized the truth is not for sale.
Amen. So. Amen. Tell everybody how they're going to be able to get your book.
You can actually go to Russell Media, my publisher, today, and you can pre-order the book.
Amen.
And it'll be available in some bookstores the 1st of September.
Great job, man.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll be right back with another great guest.